So, these are the important topic of CSR net syllabus, that is bisulfite conversion. And bisulfite conversion basically used for study of DNA methylation status in our genome. In our genome, we know that there is a CPG island, which is basically in case of methyl, those genes are silenced. There is a most of them has methylation in CPG islands, and then CPG island, and in case of those are active genes or in the promoter region, there is a unmethylated CPG island. So how we know that the differentiate between how much amount of CPG islands are methylated? These are the major and techniques that is used for study of DNA methylation. This is bisulfite conversion. So let's talk about bisulfite conversion, how bisulfite conversion occurs. Right now, epigenetics actually is a study of heritable changes in gene function that occurs independently to the DNA sequence. Actually, basically, this DNA methylation is associated with many diseases, including cancer, genomic imprinting, developmental processes, or developmental process, genomic imprinting, gene regulations, most of the diseases are linked with DNA methylation and gene regulation. So that's actually can be studied by sulfide conversion. So now epigenetics describes the heritable change in gene function occurs independently to the DNA sequence. The molecular basis of epigenetic gene regulation is complex, but essentially involve modification of DNA itself, protein, which with which DNA associates. So we can DNA methylation is said still early development, modulating during tissue differentiation and disrupted in many disease states, including cancer. To understand the role of DNA methylation and its role in human disease, the precise and efficient technique that is bisulfite conversion. So what actually bisulfite conversion does actually sodium bisulfite deaminates unmethylated CPG, unmethylated cytosine to uracil. Actually here there is a differentiation between methylated cytosine and unmethylated cytosine. Methylated cytosine are protected from bisulfite conversion. And in case of unmethylated cytosine are converted to uracil in presence of reagent bisulfite. So how we will see how this conversion occurs. Now see that next is we will see how this conversion occurs. Three methods are there. So see there these are actually the methylated CPG cytosine residue. Basically, the cytosine residue, the methylation occurs in the 5' position of the 5' of the cytosine. These are basically here the methyl group is added in case of most of the promoter site of the CPG island. If it is a if the gene is repressed, there is a methylated CPG island. If the genes are expressed or the highly expressed genes, there is a unmethylated CPG islands, right? So next we'll see the bias technique by which we can able to differentiate between methylated cytosine and unmethylated cytosine by bisulfite conversion method. Bisulfite conversion actually use three steps are there. First use sulfonation. First, second step is hydrolytic deamination, and third is alkali desulfonation. Sulfonation step actually the addition of bisulfite to 5,6 double bond of cytosine. Basically, what's actually does here, it's during bisulfite conversion, we'll see here. Now, first step is that its DNA is there is a DNA. We know the DNA is double stranded, and there is a denaturation occurs. Now see that bisulfide reagent, bisulfide conversion, the first step is sulfonation, then hydrolytic deamination, and then alkali desulfonation. Now see that this is cytosine. Normal cytosine is converted into uracil. Here see that the unmethylated cytosine are protected. Methylated cytosine remains as cytosine after bisulfite conversion. Methylated cytosine, see that here in the first stand, this C and the unmethylated cytosine is converted into uracil. These are unmethylated cytosine and these are converted into uracil. Now see that these are methylated cytosine remain as methylated cytosine after bisulfide treatment. Bisulfide treatment, the unmethylated cytosine is converted into uracil and methylated cytosine remain as cytosine. Now then we'll do PCR amplification, PCR bias methylation specific PCR techniques. Methylation specific PCR can be done. Methylation site specific PCR, combined bisulfide restriction analysis, or methylation sensitive single nucleotide primer extension can be done. Then cloning, or it can be also it can be processed by direct sequencing, and then we can clone and sequence and get the methylation status in the genome, right? So bisulfide technique is, that's why it's used more frequently. It's technique for bisulfide. Now you can also see here same. Now methylated unmethylated C cytosine remain protected after bisulfide treatment, and cytosine, see that these are methylated cytosine, so methylated cytosine remains cytosine and unmethylated cytosine is converted into uracil. And then we'll under PCR amplification, direct sequencing method, and then PCR product subcloning and sequencing, then we'll get that differentiation, how many cytosines are methylated and how many cytosines are unmethylated, and in that way the bisulfide conversion works and helps to study the in our genome how much the methylation is there. Okay.